So, this is pretty expensive, but it allows you to potentially gain a reroll and for your enemies to lose a reroll because they're distracted by the awesome food while your team is like enhanced by it. They're like, oh yeah, we got this food, man. We're gonna go out there and kick ass. Or something like that. So you have the last one, which is potions, and this is the one I use the most, mainly because I see the most notable difference. And they're extremely cheap as a result. So, very straightforward. Potion gives you a 27% chance to gain a strength point, making your character tougher. You have agility, which gives you a 58 chance to gain an extra point of agility. Both of these are good. One makes your team bashier, able to inflict more injuries, which gives you points, experience points, and the other allows you to make touchdowns easier because you can handle the ball. Pick up the ball easier and dodge. And finally, you have your eye on one of the enemy opponents, and that allows you to encourage the ref to test the players for these enhancements. And if you get it right, then they have the miss of the game. I've never actually gotten this to work right, and it is pretty cheap, so it can be actually pretty good, because as I like to use potions, the enemy likes to use potions too, because they are cheap. And that causes a player to miss the game, so you can automatically have a player, if you get it right, you can have the player miss a game, which can be huge. Next you have, so what I'm going to go here and do is buy some health potions. Some potions of strength, not health potions, derp. So I'm going to buy them for all three of these Chaos Warriors. The reason I don't give it to my amazing, awesome Minotaur, what does that say? Kretireg? I don't know. The reason I'm not giving it to my Minotaur is I already used training on him, so I might as well just give it to these Chaos so I have the best possible chance of getting stats. And then I'm going to give my Beastmen agility, because I usually have Beastmen run the ball. They have a little bit more agility than Chaos Warriors, and Minotaurs can't run balls very well. Which I'll talk about that reason later. So Minotaurs are usually the best option, so that's why I'm giving it to them. So let's see what happens. And I have horrible fucking luck. My training didn't work, my strength potions didn't work, and only one of my agility potions worked. Yay, okay. Let's go against the Wood Elves and their naked avatar. I don't know how they got away with this shit. So next you have the extremely long loading screen, and for your convenience, for the convenience of all the viewers, I'm just going to edit that out. So I'll see you when the match starts. Alrighty then, you are back, and I hope you enjoyed that few precious seconds where I'm not jabbering my fucking mouth. So as you can see, we have a big, like, camera-induced thing where you can see the whole field and the team kind of lining up. And so that's kind of cool. I'll skip that each time, but for this first time I wanted to give you a view of that. Okay, now you have the coin toss in famous football coin toss, which tells who goes on defense, who goes on offense. And I was unlucky, so I have to go on defense first. Wonderful. Okay, so before a game starts, you have a chance to set your units up how you wish. Since I don't have any units, special skills, I just put my Minotaur up front so he can blitz, which I'll explain later. And I have my Chaos Warriors here defending. You have to have at least three units up here to start the game. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to save this specific one as tactic motherfucking kill. So, very distinctive, easy to remember. Okay, so let's start this. I'm going to have to kick the ball off to them. So you can see the game is played. Very strategic, it's turn-based. And so I'm going to kick the ball off. And so I did. I missed that. Essentially what that was is the referee at times will have a random chance to give you a special thing. A special thing can happen when you kick off. And those things, they consist of random events such as the crowd getting wild and throwing rocks and shit at the unpopular team, which causes them to get knocked out, can potentially injure, which is really annoying. But yeah, what the Goblin ref decided to do is let the game run one turn before it actually started. So there's the Goblin ref, as you can see. Bastard that he is. So we can see here where he's having someone guard the ball and then someone catch it. And the person who used the catch is the thrower who has sure hands, which gives an extra roll if he decides to pick up the ball. And as you can see, elves are bitches who can run through my defenses and just jack it up with all their throwers who have dodge. So wonderful. The bad thing is that they're quite squishy. Apparently this. Oh no, and it already starts. The bad rolls. Oh god. It already starts and my player is knocked out, KO'd. So wonderful. I was hoping to get a little bit lucky here and actually be able to play a good game for the first for our first fucking thing, so not according to plan, that one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to defend a little bit by placing my units around all the catchers, so they have no place to run to. They have more difficulty trying if this thrower decides to throw the ball over to them. So what I'm going to do here is not quite far enough for me to blitz. Like I said, what a blitz action allows you to do is a blitz action allows you to run across the field and potentially block somebody. Block being a physical action where you try to punch and injure them or kill them. So that allows you to run and then do a block. Usually you can only do a block when you're next to the unit and you haven't moved yet, as you can see here with the dice. The dice rolling little icon. So he's not quite far enough to block, but I can put him up here to get in the way. I'm going to take this unit and put it here, so if they try to run through, they have to dodge. Where was he? Like right here. And then I'm going to take these chaos and I'm going to try to knock them out. So we have a defense down dice. Knocks him out. And then it helps him defend here, because they're close to each other, so I can use him to help defend. Or to help block. And since he has dodge, he doesn't stumble when I get the stumble dice. This will make a lot more sense once I actually get through the tutorial. So just try to keep up now, if you will. And what can I do here? I definitely want to get my blitz in while I can, so let's just try to go for a blitz here, see what happens. Minotaurs are great at blitzing, as they are allowed to gain additional strength because of their horn whenever they do a blitz action. I think this is just about all we can do here. Get this guy to help defend against this word answer, because they are a bitch and a half. So he just completely runs through like nothing. And let's see if I can get this to work. Intercept. And the interception failed, he catched. Bam. And he's going to probably run for a touchdown. So, they're already doing well. Got a touchdown. But I am chaos. I am awesome, so hopefully there's their cheerleaders dancing for them, which you can hire. And my guy gets KO, he gets back up. Awesome. And now the next one starts. Now they kick off to me, and I try to score goal. Which, being chaos, I can't run the ball very well, but what I can do is... And the fucking ref decided to let it run once more. So I have even less of a chance of scoring a touchdown now, so I got to be quick on the ball. Okay. So I give this guy Beastman, and I'm going to try to knock out all the guys in the way and score a touchdown so it can be even. And dodge, not good. Knocked him out, good. Great. Ooh, good as KO too. And just knocked him aside. It's fine. So the most popular tactic in order to run the ball, especially with very bashy teams like this, is to be extremely cheap and use what's called a caging tactic. Caging tactic consists of an X pattern shape. Yes, that's what it's called, without me stuttering. An X pattern shape where you block the guy who has the ball on all sides with a player. This makes them have to dodge in order to get in, and it gives him lots of defense. If properly done with a very bashy team, you can run the ball no problem to get a touchdown. Unfortunately, we're playing against the high elves, which have, or the wood elves, which have great dodging skills. So this may not be as easy as I just predicted. So let's go for a block here. Dodged. Wonderful. Sarcastically. Wonderful, that is. I'm going to go here so he has to block me in order to get out. And I'll just keep my Minotaur there, because he's tough and he has 5 strength? Yeah, 5 strength. So he pressed his luck, tried to dodge way too many times, and my Minotaur clocked him in the face, and big blood is splatter on the wall, on the ground. And you can see the people that have been knocked out. That's not there. Knocked out here. So these are the injured players, the KO'd players, and then the actual injured players are here, the blood splatters. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is knock these players aside. I'll exchange one of the Minotaur for this Chaos Warrior, and the person that I'm worried most about, by far, is the Spore Dancer here. I can't get to him without trying to dodge, and my Minotaur doesn't dodge. So, I will just knock this guy out. Or at least try to. Let's go for it. Awesome. Ooh, and you can't really see that because of the snow, but he is injured. He smashed his collarbone. So he goes over here, and whenever you injure a player, your player gets experience points, as you can see here, 2 out of 6. So I'm going to try to run the ball just a little bit more. And my chances are looking good for getting over here. However, it's probably not going to be. I say that now, and then the dice fuck me over again. Thank God that's what rerolls are for. You can control the chaos just a little bit with that. So I'm going to go here. Go here. Block these guys off. And let's just do this as well. And since my Minotaur's here, I'm going to try to block.